This is a co-commission by the Harris Museum and the British Textile Biennial. When I was doing my masters at Chelsea, I created a large-scale banner that we hung on the building and then a large-scale self-portrait. The British Textile Biennial got in touch and they said that they wanted something kind of spinning off of that project. We kind of wanted to create a project where we could work with a group of young women from Lancashire and allow them to tell their own stories and narratives. We initially put a call out on social media and reached out via different women's groups and things like that, and we had a really good response. They all sent me a little introduction about themselves, and then I set up meetings with all the young women, got to speak to them, got to know them a little bit better and find out what they wanted to say and why they were interested in the project. And then from there we had a photo shoot where they all came to my studio.
I prepped my outfit about a week beforehand. I wanted to kind of encapsulate that imagery of me being a South Asian woman, but something mixed in with the westernized culture. So I wore trainers and leather leggings, but then a top bit was South Asian with the jewellery as well. So I wanted to embed them both in. I think it went absolutely great. I was really nervous. It's not anything I've done before, but Azraa was really helpful being there and everyone was absolutely lovely.
After we took the photographs, I started the painting process like straight away. So I've been painting for about 6 months, I think now. It's just been nice to get stuck in the studio again and work on these stories and paintings of like such an amazing, inspiring group of young women. It's about the clothing that they choose to wear as well in the paintings, which is an important part of the work, and what they want you to see through that and the message that they want to portray. We'll be showing 7 paintings at the exhibition as well as banners. There's a painting behind me. This is Samia, and she's from Burnley. Most young South Asian women don't really play sports, like it's pretty uncommon, but she's really kind of into her sports. We've got her and then we've got Sana behind me who wanted to wear clothing that was traditional from her ancestral town in the Swat Valley, which often kind of is covered in stigma and is associated with things in the media that she doesn't want to be associated with. It's nice to get to know them and work with these women from completely different backgrounds and with all the very different interests and ways that they've wanted to be portrayed as well. I usually sketch out the painting and then I paint the whole thing with burnt umber and white, using really neutral tones to paint the first layer. And then after that I build up the colours. I paint the eyes first because I think that's where the life is, so it gives the painting life straight away, and then I just kind of build around it. Ever since I was a child I'd be like in my room drawing, painting constantly, and it just kind of grew from there. And even the paintings that I do now, everything is self-taught. Like I've never been taught how to paint, it's just things that I've learnt myself. Ever since I was younger, like I'd go to museums and galleries, but I'd never see myself represented on its walls. You know, there was always kind of implicit messages about power and status. I just felt like there was something missing. When women are represented, it's never in a way that you like. They're just kind of nude or exoticized in a way. So it was about using the same mediums of oil painting but being able to re-represent and reappropriate the images that were there.
It felt really empowering. Choosing what I wanted to wear and how I wanted to portray myself, not an idea from somebody else, was brilliant. I felt like Azraa's project really empowers us South Asian women. Like, this is us, this is how we identify ourselves, this is our culture, and we're proud of this.
I think it's really important, especially in the current climate, to have that voice and have it heard, basically, and look at paintings that I've seen growing up and respond to them in a new kind of contemporary way. It's just really nice to have the opportunity to make paintings and show them in spaces where young women like myself wouldn't generally see themselves in.
Thinking of me on a big canvas in the museum or around the Lancashire area is quite daunting, but really exciting at the same time.
Other young women walking through the museum and actually saying, wait, that girl kind of looks like me, you know, like they can see themselves through these paintings and finally have something to relate to or aspire to as well.